Hello, this is SJ Talks Life coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. Donald Trump. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Donald Trump is really trying to uh, throw this country into another depression. He's trying to throw this country into another depression. I'm sure you guys have heard about the freeze that he tried to put on Medicaid and very vital, important programs that people need. He tried to put a freeze on. And it took a federal judge to file an injunction to block that freeze. When he did this, it shut the Medicaid portals down. So for a little while, people couldn't process Medicaid payments. I don't think he understands how serious that is. Lots and lots of elderly people depend on Medicaid. There are lots and lots of elderly people that are in nursing homes that need that Medicaid to pay for their stay in the nursing home. Millions and millions of elderly people rely on Medicaid. Millions and millions of low-income people, single mothers, not just single parents, not just single mothers, disabled people such as myself. Lots of people rely on Medicaid. Lots of people rely on Medicaid. It is an insurance program for low-income people. Medicaid is an insurance program for low-income people, and he just tried to put a freeze on it. Amongst other programs that people need. These are programs that people need. They need. We're already having a health insurance crisis in this country as it is. A healthcare crisis in this country. And he tries to cut off a very vital health insurance that people need. He froze it up. It took a federal judge to stop it. Because I've been looking at the news reports and everything on it. People doing different people doing commentary and everything, and I've been looking at just different people and they talking about it, and they said that when he did that, it put this country into a crisis. This country, when he did that, I don't understand how he's able to just do that at a stroke of a pen. How is he able to just write something and then how is he able to do that? Congress needs to not be letting him do all this stuff. Congress needs to be stepping up and doing their job and not letting him be doing all this stuff. He put this country into a freaking crisis when he did that. It shut down Medicaid portals all over the country, and they couldn't process Medicaid payments. You got people going into hospitals that have Medicaid, that needed that Medicaid. And this man put a freeze on it. If that don't tell y'all something, nothing will. You people that voted for Donald Trump, you Trump supporters, the people that voted him in, if that doesn't tell you something about this man and his character, nothing will. If that don't tell you nothing about him, nothing, and all this is something that affected a lot of his supporters. He talked about all this stuff during his campaign. He talked about all this stuff. He said this is what he was going to do. Now they're talking about these terrorists and stuff like that. They're talking about these terrorists. That's supposed to increase food prices even more. Food prices are already high. They're already through the roof. Egg prices are through the roof. Food prices are already high. And then he did an interview saying, I'm sure Americans will understand. Wow. Wow. Really? Really? Seriously? I'm sure the Americans will understand. The food prices already been through the roof for the last, 2 or 3 years. And he's sitting up there talking about, I'm sure Americans will understand. Really? You let a felon in the office. This man had 34 felonies, and you let him in the office. You let him in the highest office in the United States. You let this man be president of the United States, and he had 34 felonies. And then everybody's surprised at what the man is doing. Everybody's shocked at what the man is doing. Planes are. We didn't had it's a plane that went down in Pennsylvania. Unalive 60-something people. God rest. My heart and prayers and condolences go out to their families. The flight was coming in. No, this was in D.C. I think this was in D.C. The plane was about to land, and a military copter ran into it. A lot of people are raising the question, why in the heck was a military copter doing in civilian airspace? They were doing some type of training. Okay, well, why was a military copter in civilian airspace? So to me, that's something ain't right. Something don't sound right. I said, I heard that. Something don't sound right about that. Then you got this plane in Houston went down. Another plane in Philadelphia went down. And turns out, come to find out, Donald Trump fired a bunch of people that worked for the aviation agency, claims that they were DEI hires. And they were incompetent. So when you guys voted him in, is this what you voted for? You guys that went to the polls and voted for Donald Trump, is this what you voted for? Is that what you voted for? You guys that actually went in the polls and voted for him, did you vote? Is this what you voted for? Is that what you voted for? Did you vote for him to fire a bunch of airline personnel, and now we got planes going out of the sky everywhere? Did you vote for him to put a freeze on vital services that people need? Did you guys vote that in? Did you guys vote for that? Is that what you want? The people, his supporters, Trump supporters, is that what you wanted? Like I asked the question in that other video that I did, and people are silent. Except for my troll. People are silent in that video. When I asked the question, when I was talking about the DEI thing, how he laid off these federal workers, is that something you guys stand behind that? You Trump supporters, y'all agree with that? Y'all go along with that? I wonder the people that he laid off, how many of them voted for him? See, he tricked y'all. He ran a game on y'all. But a lot of that stuff, he said that he was going to do it when he was running. I don't know what part of that y'all didn't understand. He said that he was going to do a lot of this stuff. He said that. Now he's going too far with the immigration. He's supposed to get rid of the criminals and the people that are pouring in here illegally, and the criminals. Okay, he's taking it too far. He's going to now they're going into immigration is going into churches, ISIS. They're going into churches and schools and stuff like that. And he wasn't supposed to take it. Now he done took this immigration thing too far. He done took it too far. I'm not saying that, yeah, he did needed to get a handle on it, but he took it too far. He took it too far. He done taken that too far. And they saying that if he pull everybody, if he pull every last immigrant out of this country, whether they said they tried to deport a man that was a citizen, they tried to deport a man that was a legal citizen. If he deport everybody, every immigrant in this country, they said that those people do a lot of jobs. It's going to be a lot of the economy is going to suffer. Basically, he's going too far with that. He done took that too far. He wasn't supposed to get rid of all of them. He's just supposed to get rid of the criminals, and then get a handle on the people that's just pouring into this country illegally. He's supposed to be getting a handle on that, and he's supposed to be getting rid of these criminals, these immigrants coming in committing these crimes and stuff like that. That's what he's supposed to be getting a handle on. He taking it way too far. See, he done took that too far. He took that too far. This is what you guys signed up for? This is what you guys signed up for? I asked that question in my other video. I haven't gotten any responses. This man puts a freeze on Medicaid. Millions and millions of people depend on Medicaid. A lot of those people are elderly people. And this man put a freeze on it. And a federal judge had to come in and stop it. Now, I just wonder what his so-called supporters, I wonder what Donald Trump's so-called supporters is thinking right now. I wonder what the people that went to the poll and voted, put down their vote for him. And there's a lot of Mexicans that voted for him. A lot of Hispanic people voted for him. And now they're trying to deport him and ship him out. Now he's trying to ship them out. And so, well, that's what he talked about. A lot of that stuff he said that he talked about tariffs. He talked about a lot of this stuff in his campaign. I don't know what part of that y'all didn't understand. He said he was going to do a lot of this stuff. What part of that didn't y'all understand? Now, at the end of the day, we're going to have to call on God. We got to call on God. Who we got to call on? Who do we need to be calling on? We need to be calling on God. Okay? Because I was just looking at this stuff, shaking my head. I'm like, fix it, Jesus. Fix it. Fix it, Jesus. I was just shaking my head the other day looking at this stuff. You know, this man is trying to put this country into they said this man put this country, when he did that, when he put that freeze, he put this country into a panic mode. He put this country into a crisis panic mode when he did that. And Congress sit there and allowed it. They're not supposed to be letting that man do all that. Congress need to step it up and do their job. They're not supposed to be letting him do all that. And they come to find out that was unconstitutional. He wasn't supposed to be doing that. He wasn't supposed to be putting no freeze on no Medicaid. They said that's unconstitutional. He can't do that. See? He doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about us poor people, us regular people. All he cares about is millionaires. And then Elon Musk got his hand in stuff. What is he doing what is he doing involved in everything and stuff? Because he cool with Donald Trump. All Donald Trump care about is rich white males. That's all he care about. He don't even care about poor white males. He don't care about poor white males. It's like I said with that DEI. If you're a white male and you fit under the, if you're a white male and you're disabled, you're a particular age, and you fit under those other categories under DEI, okay, that's going to affect you. The people that benefited from it the most was white females. White females were the one that benefited from the most, and they're gonna suffer because of that too. They're the ones that benefit from it the most. But they were happy because that he did that, because they thought that it was gonna be black people mostly black people that was going to be affected. Well, black people aren't the ones that's benefiting from that. White women are benefiting. You guys need to do your research. White women are you didn't care because you thought it was going to affect black people and minorities. No, white women are going to be affected. White males that fall under those other categories are going to be affected. In other words, poor white people. Working class and poor white people are going to be affected, basically. Only thing he cares about is the rich white males. It's what he cares about. He don't care about women. His criminal record speaks volumes. He don't care about women. All he cares about is rich white males like himself. He's a rich white male, and that's all he cares about. He don't care about nobody else. Now, that's just how I feel about it. Donald Trump don't care about nobody else. He was about to put this country into a crisis. He was going to put this country into a crisis. And a lot of lives are at stake. He done fired all these airline folks, all these planes. The airline, and Lord Jesus. Folks are scared to fly now. Folks is afraid to fly now. You Trump supporters, you people that went into the polls and voted for him, how do you feel? How do you feel? Do you agree with him doing all this? And these changes are affecting you? Particularly white females. Did y'all think he was going to do something for y'all? Y'all think he was going to do something for y'all? He tricked you. You black people that voted for him, you thought he was going to do something for y'all? Everybody see the reason why a lot of people voted for him, because he, at the end of his last term, because of COVID, he gave people that money. He gave people that money. And I guess a lot of people thought that he was going to give up some more money. He ain't giving us no money. I said that in my other video. He ain't about to drop y'all no money. I said that in the other video I did. One of my other videos. Come on, y'all. Y'all need to wake up. He wasn't about to give nobody no money. He want to take money. He want to take it. He want to make tax cuts to the rich. He's stealing from the poor and giving to the rich. He wants to cut our stuff and give it to the rich. That's what he wants to do. He want to beat us out of our money and give it to the rich. Give them tax cuts. That's what he did the last time. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all need to wake up. He wasn't about to give nobody no money. He wasn't going to give us no money. I already knew that. He want to cut everything. He don't care. Donald Trump don't care. He don't care. Yeah. He wants to be a dictator. He doesn't care. Congress need to step it up. They need to step it up and do their job. And don't be letting this man do any and everything. They need to get a handle on it. They really need to get a handle on it. They said Congress has the final say about the United States purse. No, I say the taxpayers have a say. Because if it wasn't for the taxpayers, they wouldn't have this money. The taxpayers have the say. It's the taxpayers, because if it wasn't for the hardworking taxpayers, then you just laid off all these people off of these federal jobs. Okay, those people were taxpayers. You just laid off a bunch of taxpayers, you nitwit. You just laid off a bunch of taxpayers. These people were taxpayers and you laid them off. Oh. I'm so over him. This man ain't even been in there a whole month, and this is what he's doing. But we got the end of the day, guys, we got to rely on God. We got to rely on God. At the end of the day, we got to look to God. We have to look to God. We already knew. He already said this was going to happen. So we need to, like I said before, only God's kingdom Only God's kingdom can solve man's problems. You see what this man is doing. You see what he's doing. He's wreaking havoc. But you guys wanted him in there. I wonder how many of his voters, supporters, are having regrets right now. You wonder how many of you guys are having regrets. Because y'all showed and answered my question in my other video. Because a lot of people came for me in that other video that I did. When I was talking about DEI, a lot of folks came for me in that video. But them same people that came for me in my video, didn't answer my question in the other video that I did where I showed the receipts. I went on a computer and showed y'all. I said, I can show you better than I can tell you. That video right there. Y'all didn't ask my question. Y'all stand behind this thing here? What he's doing? He's getting rid of all these people. Now they're trying to say you're trying to force people into retirement. These are taxpayers. Once again, these are taxpayers. Wow. He's trying to send this country into a depression. Literally trying to send this country into another depression. Into a deep depression. You guys, you didn't believe in God before, you better start believing. You better start believing. If you didn't believe in him before, you better start. Because that's what we got to look to. We got to look to God. We got to look to God. I'm not going to stress myself out over this stuff. We got to look to God. That's what we need to look to, because we already knew this. We already knew this. He told us this was going to happen. He told us that you guys didn't listen. He tricked y'all, especially the Mexicans. A lot of Mexicans. I couldn't understand why a lot of Hispanics voted for him. And the man was talking about deporting people. I just don't understand it. What part of that didn't y'all get? What part of that didn't y'all understand? This is what I can't put my finger on. He said he was going to do all this. Did you think he was lying? Come on, this is Donald Trump we're talking about here. We're talking about Donald Trump, a 34-time felon. A feloner. Okay. He's a feloner. And they let this man still be president of the United States. You used to have to have an impeccable record to be the president of the United States. In order to even run to be president of the United States, you used to have to have an impeccable record. Now you can be a felon. As long as you're a rich white male, you can be a feloner. But I'll tell you one thing. Not one white male can walk a felon that got felonies on them can walk out of prison right now and get a federal job. Especially one that high. But they let this man do it. It speaks volumes about this country. Speaks volumes and volumes and volumes about this country. The mindset. Don't come for me in my comment section. You guys know I'm telling the truth. Don't come for me in my comment section. Don't come for me. Because I'm going to be delete, remove, delete, be deleting a lot of comments. Might even shut the comment section down. Don't come for me. Don't come for me because you know I'm telling the truth. Don't come for me because I didn't call for you. You know I'm telling the truth. Y'all voted that criminal into office. And this is what he's doing. Now you're surprised that he's doing all this. I'll talk to you guys later. You guys be blessed.